All right, everybody, welcome back to our second segment. We'll be talking about the EPL, and I want to give a thumbs up to the EPL in terms of marketing. This week, ESPN took us in the dressing room of Arsenal against Chelsea. They have a fantastic way of promoting their league. They're light years ahead of the French, the Italian, and the Spanish league. They should all take some notes. And so thumbs up to the English league and their marketing.
And just a note there, the HBO series being Liverpool, what a fantastic series. They took that same idea from the Hard Knocks of the NFL and the voyage to the Pittsburgh-Washington series there in the open ice that the NHL has been doing. Now the NHL is doing it, so if the NHL is doing it, everybody's got to do it. So wake up Serie A, wake up La Liga, let's go.
All right, and two exciting games this week in the EPL. Chelsea-Arsenal, first of all. Chelsea wins in London at the Emirates, 2-1. Steve, what did you think of the game?
The game was very entertaining. Chelsea came to play. It was something to see because Chelsea has, as we know, the three-headed horse where they have Mata, Oscar, and Hazard. Each one takes a turn from week of Champions League to one of their cups, Carling, Capital One, Copa de Staninia. They have all kinds of cups. Each one just shows up and plays and something that it's very hard for all the other teams to go again because you never know which one is their number 10.
And a very different Chelsea team this year with the three, Hazard, Oscar, and Mata. More technical, more flashy. Last year a bit more defensive. And they played a really good game against Arsenal. The only deception might be Torres.
Torres, he needs to go see a psychologist. There's something very wrong with him. He's lost that ruthlessness that he had when he was at Atletico Madrid or when he was at Liverpool, where he would just be some kind of a force to fear. Now he seems clumsy. He seems tactically unaware of what they want to do. He's looking for fouls that are non-existent in Serie A. Could you imagine the Premier League where it's almost put in your pads and let's go?
And Arsenal, once again, playing attractive soccer as usual, very entertaining to watch, but they'll probably finish 4th or 5th.
They can defend, and if they can defend, especially in the English Premier League where no lead is safe, they'll never be a contender.
And the other big game of the week, Tottenham against Manchester United, and Tottenham won for the first time in 23 years at Old Trafford. What a fantastic game. Tottenham takes the lead 2-0. Manchester scores 2-1. Within the minute, Tottenham scores back 3-1. Within a minute later, Manchester gets back in the game. Second half was just fantastic. I wish everybody would have seen it. I'm just a bit disappointed. Ryan Giggs started the game. I think it's pretty much the end of his career for Ryan Giggs.
Poor Ryan there. He should have played with England. He would have probably done better, but he decided to play with Wales. Who the hell wants to play with Wales?
It's not his fault he was born there, Steve.
It's okay. He could have played with England if he wanted to.
Apparently Steve doesn't know his geography, but that's another subject. So just for everybody, if you haven't seen the Tottenham-Manchester United game, try to find someone that recorded it. It was a fantastic game. Probably contender for a game of the year. I know we're early in the season, but everybody should watch it.
Isn't it amazing their timing? That was the major game, and that was the game that everybody had to watch, and that it just works out. Everything works out perfectly for the English Premier League.
As always. Now, more serious things. Champions League this week. Vince, Juventus is hosting Shakhtar. First game at the Juventus Arena. What do you expect?
I expect Juventus to win this game because they're one of the strongest teams right now in Serie A. And to whoever said that Pirlo was done, Pirlo is Pirlo. At 33 years old, he looks ageless.
Vince said he was done last week.
Do you think he could play 2-3 times a week for the rest of the season?
That's why Juventus has these guys coming off the bench that are helping him out.
So you don't expect him to...
I expect him to play.
You expect him to start this week?
I expect him to play. It's Pirlo, it's Champions League, Juventus. What more do you want from them? This is Juve. They're going to win.
Shakhtar is always a hard team to beat. Anyway, should be an interesting game. The main player for Juve this year, Marquinhos.
Marquinhos also last year started off strong, scored 10 goals. For Italy, he was scoring so many goals. Marquinhos is midfield right now.
Now everybody up front seems to score for Juventus. Who do you start who starts this week? Who would you start?
You have to bring Quagliarella, I think.
Quagliarella starting. Even if Matri scored, Vucic's been playing well.
Quagliarella is, I think, right now is on a hot streak, so play it, why not?
Anyways, we'll see. Hopefully, Italian teams start doing good, and we're depending on Juve for the Champions League.
That's it.
The other Italian team in the Champions League is Milan, going to Russia, playing Zenit. Joey, what do you expect?
It's going to be an extremely tough game. With Zenit, they're not a small team. You got Spalletti coaching, you got Bruno Alves, Hulk, Criscito as well. The way that we are struggling right now, we're having trouble even winning at home. So going to Russia, in mind that there's the derby on Sunday. A tie right now is
A tie. Oh my God.
a tie is a very good result.
I think it's a good result too. You too. Would you rather sacrifice? This is where you get a draw in Russia, and you sacrifice a derby.
Who cares? We're not sacrificing anything. These guys are paid millions of dollars to play the game that they love. The turnover portion of the Serie A, and especially when you play more than once a week, has to be done after the Christmas, after the halfway point.
You know,
of the
Milan
season.
hasn't been healthy this year, so even there's questions of Pato maybe coming back.
He's made of paper. I think Pato is made of paper. He's dead bowling. That's a player who's dead bowling.
That,
Reminds me of
unfortunately,
Aquilani.
it's things that we cannot control. But unfortunately, Milan, with their 1-1 tie at home to Anderlecht, you can't go and continue to get ties.
Yeah, but yet you can give the 3 points, right?
You're not going to give the 2 points, but go there to win the game.
Well, obviously, you're not going there with the mindset that you're going to tie, but a tie is a good result for us this week.
This is where we have come. We have come to where Milan
But that's- you
has to
have to
settle
accept
for a
that.
tie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's hard to win in Russia. Are you sacrificing the 3 points?
It's Russia.
Yeah, but Zenit has the financial means. They've been competing well in the last few years. Last year they made the last 16.
It's Russia.
It's still in Zenit.
It's Russia.
All right, so you're going there to win. Joey, from what I get.
With a tie, I'm extremely happy midweek.
Your brother's not going to be very happy.
Anyways, other big games this week in the Champions League for the casual viewer. Manchester City against Dortmund and Porto against PSG. Hopefully we'll get some entertaining matches. And now, our red card of the week segment.
Oh,
Yes, Steve?
we love to talk about our red card of the week there. It's a little bit negative, but there's some honorable mention that has to be done this week.
Okay,
Like Joey said earlier in the show, the Close practically admitting that he scored with his hand and the goal was disallowed after. That is an honorable mention. Does not happen every week.
Okay.
Class act.
What else?
And we're going to give an honorable mention to Palermo, il figlio di Sicilia, Miccoli.
And you're right, we totally forgot to mention, but Mikoli had a fantastic performance.
That's basically Miccoli in a nutshell. It's his career in a nutshell. You never know what you're going to get week in and week out. It hindered his performance when he went to big clubs like Juve, and now at Palermo, it's exactly that. That's what Gasperini has. He has a Miccoli that could not show up for a couple of weeks and then have a performance like today where he actually beat Kevo almost by
You know
himself.
what? They loved him in Portugal too. In Benfica.
That's true.
They loved
Yeah.
him.
He is, because he's one of those players who's very attractive. He does try. He's a little bit of a fantasista, which a lot of tactical coaches don't like those type of players. But for the audience viewer, is something. Today, his goal he volleyed the ball.
The third goal.
The third
So
goal.
if people haven't seen that third
The
goal.
third goal, YouTube it, go on FootyTube. You can do whatever you want, just find the goal and go look at it, because it's something that was thought out. It's not something that he just decided it was a fluke. It was something that was thought out. He caught him out.
Saw the goalie off the line.
Yeah.
And, he tried it.
Beautiful.
Even on the other Palermo goal, one of the goals that he didn't actually score, he had a tripleta. On the other goal, he was in the corner flag with the ball. The defender of Kevo was standing there, was towing around with it. He went around him like a pole.
Pylon.
The Kevo defender was like dazed. He didn't know what was happening. He fell asleep on that one. Anyways, good that you mentioned it. So now let's start with our red cards. Joey, what's your red card of the week?
My red card goes to Udinese's head coach. Midweek during practice, he got into a little argument with Di Natale. Decided that, you know what, you're not respecting club's policies. This weekend you're not playing. They ended up 0-0. Udinese did not generate no chances. You just gave away 2 points like that in the season. So for me, the red card.
And surprisingly enough, Di Natale is not known to be a guy that causes problems, so I don't know exactly what happened. Vince, your red card of the week.
I'm going to give it to Zeman because 3-0, 20 minutes in against Juve is unacceptable. He had no answers.
You took it bad, huh?
He had to make a change. Like you're saying, this is a different Roma team. They picked up some players that you're not too happy about, but look, they're still young players. Destro, Florenzi.
The good news, Vince, it's not too late in the season to switch teams, so hopefully we'll see you again on the show supporting a different team.
He's gonna buy a new. He's gonna buy a new sweater.
My red card of the week goes to Platini, that voted to give the World Cup to Qatar. But now apparently he says that the World Cup should be held in winter because it's going to be too hot in the summer in Qatar. But that's one of the criteria of giving a World Cup. If you can't hold the World Cup in the circus slot, you're not a candidate. Get out. Ciao. What a mistake by FIFA to give the World Cup to Qatar. I'm very, very disappointed. Steve, your red card of the week?
Red card of the week goes to, and it hurts me even to say it, another Milanese that seems like I'm always picky on them, but Boban this week decided to say that Pirlo should quit the national team and Jovetic is not a world-class player.
Wow.
Boban, I don't know what's going on over there. If you're eating too many cavatellis that have too much cholesterol and you're having some problems, go see Dr. Marcucci there in Milano. Tell him to check not only your cholesterol but your brain. Pirlo is a Scudetto winner, Champions League winner, and also he won a World Cup.
But to his defense, maybe he was saying in the best interest of Juventus, maybe it would be better for Pirlo not to play for the national team. I don't think he meant
It's
it
easy
that
for him to
Pirlo
say it because he's not Italian. Pirlo deserves to decide his own career.
Obviously, we need it. I think it's more for Juventus. Anyways, yes, you want
Just for Jovetic, it's something that I've never seen before. I don't know what he consists of a world
I think that's a political statement. Croatia, Montenegro, and that part of they don't get along, so it might be a political
But if
statement.
we're biased on Red Card Weekly, Boban, you should be.
Anyways, Vince, the host, that couldn't be on the show this week, but he left us his red card of the week, which I will play right now.
Hello everyone. For my two little red cards of the week, first off to that Napoli medical staff for that horrible head bandage they had on Berami. I really don't get how City I cannot have like a regular kind of bandages for people's injuries, but hey. And second one, to Rai International. Do they have anything else than da and musica to show us in between the halves? Seriously, I go back to those highlights from all the games. So those are my two red cards of the week.
Anyways, Vince, thank God that this is a recording so I could press stop. I'm fed up of hearing you. Special mention, Big Derby Day at Parkway next Sunday, October 7th. He's opening up at 1. We invite you to come here and support your team, show your colors. And also, what do you want to mention? Your jersey, what do you want to say?
Ladies and gentlemen, Red Card Weekly has a signed Milan jersey from Alessandro Nesta. It's not just the jersey that I want to talk to you about, is that you people realize who's playing in this city? Francis, you said it before. Who's playing in the city, Francis?
Guys, it's something special. I don't think everybody grasps it, but you have Alessandro Nesta playing for the Montreal Impact. That's like Larry Robinson playing hockey in Italy. Anyways, just great for the city. He was very generous of his time. Apparently signed quite a few jerseys. Thank you, Nesta. And also, I think you wanted to mention our Facebook page and a few things.
Yes, we have a Facebook page now. It's www.facebook.com/Red Card Weekly. Please feel free to go on and talk about our pictures, make fun of us, because we're going to make fun of you right back.
And what about the email address, Steve?
Oh, the email address is redcardweekly@gmail.com. That we would like to reserve it more for if you guys have any questions that you want us to bring up on the show, stuff that you want us to talk about, more personal stuff. We're all married, so we don't accept, except for Joey, we don't accept any invitations to sexual encounters.
But I do. Anyways, everybody, we encourage you to go on the Facebook page, write comments, tell us the team you support, and if you have something to say, please tell us you'd like to come on the show, and we'll get in contact and we'll invite you on the show.
And another honorable mention,
yes.
When we put up the Facebook page, we would like to thank Mr. Mario Tanuta, fellow Milanista, who was the first one to like us. Thank you.
Anyways, everybody, see you next week, and Vince will be back on the show. Don't forget, Big Derby, Sunday, 1 o'clock at Parkway. You are all invited.